I'm Sensei Alex Kakuyo, North American contributor for Buddhist Global. Thanks for joining me for this episode of The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's Dharma talk is Tracking the Buddha. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. Recently, I was out doing chores, caring for my animals after a heavy snowfall, and I saw something interesting. When I'd gone out in the morning, the snow was flat, clear, pristine. When I went out in the afternoon, however, the snow was covered in footprints. There were my own footprints from when I'd done chores earlier in the day. There were footprints from my cat, Enzo, as he tracked his way around the garage, going in and out to do his business. There were always also tracks and footprints from squirrels, rabbits, birds, you name it. It seemed like everyone had chosen to leave their marks in the snow. Now, if I was a skilled tracker, I would even be able to follow these footsteps and learn various things about these animals. Where the squirrels leave their nuts, where the rabbits choose to bed at night, possibly even where some of the birds keep their nest. However, I'm not a skilled tracker, so I just admired them from afar. However, there was a lesson here, because that same skill of tracking animals can be helpful when we're walking through the snow, but it's also helpful when it comes to Buddhist practice. When we first step into a Buddhist temple, we might feel constrained, even accosted by all the rules we have to follow. Not dropping pitch when chanting, adopting the noble posture, sitting without moving or speaking during meditation, always entering the meditation hall on the left foot. Doing these things can be strange and unfamiliar to our Western sensibilities. However, it can be helpful if we think of them in the same way that we would think of tracking an animal. We follow the footsteps of a squirrel to figure out where the squirrel leaves its nuts. We follow the footsteps of the Buddha to find out how the Buddha realized enlightenment. In the same way that following rabbit tracks will take us to a rabbit lair, following the tracks of the Buddha by behaving as the Buddha behaved will allow us to awaken our minds in the same way he did. So, we follow his tracks by mirroring his behavior. We chant as he chanted, we sit as he sat, and yes, we walk as he walked. By following the example of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas who came before us, we can learn their ways and end up in the same location. Enlightenment. Amitabha.